switches. He's trying to get a little bit of clone damage right on Bacon Man, but it's not working to his advantage. So right now, Bacon Man's just trying to find the real Ragnarok right now. He has that Chaos Armor, but it's quickly diminished, bringing him down to around 50% health while he's standing in that fire circle. Ragnarok right now taking a brutal taking right now. He's just trying to escape, but he's got that chill and he's unable to move. Looks like Bacon Man's just not willing to close in on him yet. He does use the stealth to try to get away, try to create some distance between himself and Bacon, but it's not really having any effect. Bacon switches to lightning, just to try to lightning whip right to him. Doesn't work, but he's got 1,000 health right now. Bacon Man can finish him really easily, and he ends up doing it through conditions for Bacon Man 1-0. So DDLE proving unstoppable at this point in time. All right, so what do you think? What do you think Rag can do to try to offset that, the just propensity of skills that a DDLE has? What can he do as a Mesmer running staff?
For me, the one big thing with fighting Mesmers as an Ellie is just trying to be all over the place. So, you know, it's hard to pick, you know, who's the right one. And you got to kind of balance that with him being able to throw out the damage here. 1 second, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Starting in 15 seconds.
All right.
In 10. In 5, 4,
Let's follow
3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Let's see how he starts. He brings out his glyph.
Elemental. Yeah.
Wow, he just zooms right to him in his fire attunement. Switches the earth, trying to get as much AoE damage to him as possible. Finding the real Ragnarok right now, destroying his clones, pinpointing who he actually is. Switching to lightning right now, trying to get his lightning whip. Stuns him, brings him to about 40% health, and he just bursts him down. He's around 10% health right now, but Ragnarok is able to bring it back with that clone heal.
We might have a slight keyboard turn, question mark? I don't know.
Well, you guys will have to decide, but he did bring out the Chaos Armor,
there we go,
and that brings him down. A quick 2-0. Looks like DDLE just too strong right now. Gotta see some counters to the DDLE. What a good fight. GG's in the chat, guys. Alright. Trying to think. I just can't think of anything right now. I'm not the PvP aficionado that you guys are. So, what counters a DDLE right now for anybody? What can somebody do as a non-LE to fight a DDLE? Some guy says Condi Ranger. I don't know. They seem a little OP right now, especially in this tournament, but we do have a high quality. So you guys are saying Necro then, so it could be interesting to see if Blaze makes it, because I know Blaze is one of our Necros in this tournament right now. He is somewhere on the bracket, close to Serene, right?
Yeah, we're going to have some good matches coming up for this second round of quarterfinals, or for qualifiers.
So right now we have, it's either Blaze versus Tyrion, or Crushy versus Pendragon. Do you know who we will be streaming?
We are going to be streaming Crushy.
Alright.
If you like to spectate the other ones, I'm sure you could to please everyone.
Oh yeah.
So,
obviously after this match though.
Okay.
So let's take a look at what's going on here with Crushy. He's going to be running his warrior here with a banner of strength. I haven't seen that yet. That will be an interesting interesting thing to see him deploy with Signet of Stamina, of course, for the endurance, and a Berserker stance.
We are starting in 15 seconds.
Running a bow with Pendragon running his Guardian.
10.
Medis, of course.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Alright, we'll start our view off with Pendragon right here. He's gonna go... Wow. Crushy drops his Banner of Strength really early in the fight. Pendragon just gonna spin to win right now on him. Neither doing too much damage to each other. Pendragon is blocking a lot of Crushy's attacks right now. He does switch to bow, though. Either one not really doing too much damage to the other at this point in time. Although we could see that towards the end game when their cooldowns are pretty much used up. Pendragon taking a... Pendragon bringing Crushy down to about 60% health right here, but Crushy just able to get away, and Pendragon not pursuing too heavily. He does try to bind him to him, but he doesn't work. He does go in for a spin to win and does around 2k damage, brings him to 50% health. And he gets a stun with a... Looks like he's just attritioning down Crushy. Crushy's not really doing too much attacking right now. Pendragon healing up what little damage Crushy did to him. Let's see what Crushy's trying to do here. Just running away at this current moment. Switches the bow, trying to do any damage he possibly can right now. It's not that effective right now. He's at about 1,500 health, and he goes down. So that early win by Pendragon on his Medigard. It didn't seem like Crushy did a lot that entire round, but I don't know if it was because Pendragon didn't go on the offensive that much, or just because they were just indecisive about going in.
I think it mostly started, honestly, from that banner drop. Right away, he was already a step behind, and I think that kind of stuck with the rest of the fight. Looked like he was in the most defensive.
Alright, we will get going.
Crushy is swapping his build around.
Okay. Let's take a look, see if he is going to replace that banner. Got some good chat going on in Twitch right now. Yeah, he does. He is switching out for Endure Pain. He does get rid of the banner, running a little bit more Signet's Doliac going on right now. With 4 Great Justice and Shake It Off, trying to mitigate those condies that Pendragon is applying. And he switched to Hammer. Let's find out what he switched out. Arterex keeping his main greatsword Medi build. And it's been working well for him, so I can't deny that.
In 15 seconds.
Alright, running Sword Warhorn. I think he's confused PvP with an actual World v World Zerg. This will be interesting.
In 10.
Let's see how Crushy reacts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Right, pops his Signet of Rage early. Switches to Hammer, but he doesn't get anything off right away. He does get a blocked skill off, though. Doing, once again, 0 damage, and Pendragon just running circles around him, doing much damage as he can. Brings him about 60% health. Swings both of his Warhorn skills right out. Not really doing anything to Pendragon. Meanwhile, he's just bringing his greatsword spin to win right on Crushy. Crushy not really using or doing any damage, and he just gets pulled right to Pendragon, who's just kind of chasing him around lackadaisically, swinging his greatsword. He does do his spin to win, binds him, and does switch out to his scepter. Or excuse me, mace. Crushy tried to do a little bit of damage to him, but gets quickly mitigated by Pendragon. Pendragon trying to go for a spin to win again. He's just burning down Crushy. Neither really doing any significant burst damage to each other, just trying to schwack each other with their auto attacks. Crushy regaining his health thanks to that healing signet. Does have 10 stacks, 11 stacks of might on him, but he's just not doing enough damage to affect Pendragon in any way. Pendragon just always constantly on the offensive because he doesn't have to fear about Crushy doing any type of damage to him. Completely whiffs on his spin to win right now. But he does get his stun off. He does do a little bit of damage there, but he's at 50% health right now. Now he's just feeling each other out. Leaps in. Binds him. He does get the pull off. He does get his 4 off. But he doesn't use his spin to win quite yet. Crushy does tend to stun him, but he doesn't do really any damage based off that. Looks like he's getting some stuns off. He's just not capitalizing on them. Pendragon doing a little bit of damage just to scare him off. Crushy going across the circle right now. Both trying to reset their health. Both not really that aggressive in their attack right now. Pendragon whiffing his spin to win. Crushy getting 2 knockdowns, two dazes, but he's not capitalizing on them. He's going to get a pull, and he just does no damage. It seems like they've got CCs down. They just have no damage going on right now. But Pendragon's able to get his smite going on. But once again, Crushy's just able to leap out of it, and he ends up dazing Pendragon in return. Just nothing happening. Neither has really gone below 50% health in this fight yet.
Yeah, that build change on Crushy's part might have
tipped him towards the end of survivability and not damage.
Agreed.
But we'll see. They separate each other. Both trying to fill each other out with auto attacks right now from Pendragon. Crushy just waiting for his cooldowns to reset. Using his Hammer 3 skill. They're about 6% health right now. Pendragon is doing damage, but Crushy won't let him do anything more than 50%. He does get his smite off, but it doesn't do that much because it wasn't completely on him. Crushy waiting for his hammer cooldown. He whiffs on his elite skill there. Oh, Pendragon gets off his spin to win, but Crushy's just able to walk right out of it and gets the stun off. Not able to do too much damage to Pendragon, though, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Pendragon brings him back down to 50% health. He just can't get him any lower than that. It seems impossible for Pendragon to do it. He just doesn't have enough finishing skills. He does have his smite left, and he does end up blowing it, but he doesn't land effectively. He whiffs on his spin to win, but he is able to leap right into him. He does have his 4 skill up on his greatsword, but he doesn't use it. He dodges his binding. And he misses his smite after blocking his attack. Let's see, Crushy going again for that hammer stun, but it doesn't work, but he ends up getting it off. He's just unable to do any type of damage. This is not so much a CC battle anymore or burst damage, it's just trying to get anything on your opponent.
Alright guys, you got a minute and then we're going to change the skill. You got a minute to win the fight, someone? And then we're going to change skills.
Looks like they're going in for an all-out brawl fest right now. No one caring, just trying to schwack each other down with their 1 skills as much as possible. And it looks like Crushy is taking the worst of it right now. Pendragon getting off his spin to win, and it's doing a little bit of damage. He does apply a little bit of burning to Crushy. This might be enough to tip him over the edge. Crushy just trying to run away, but he does end up getting a stun off. And he's just trying to delay the fight right now. He's trying to get that reset. He knows he's got about 30 seconds left in the fight. If he can just stay alive, he could reset it. He could just lose his utility skill instead of losing that round. It's probably a smart play by Crushy at this moment because he doesn't have enough damage right now. And Pendragon, unfortunately, doesn't have enough to finish him off anyway with his cooldowns the way they are. So you got to be thinking towards the second round, if you're both of them, how you can get enough damage off without sacrificing your survivability. Now Pendragon trying this last-ditch effort, but he's unable to lock down Educates into any particular point enough to do his burst.
Alright, that's it, guys. Go ahead and break combat. We're going to take elites out. Yeah, taking elites out. I think the Signet of Rage and Renewed Focus will help.
Alright. Now we'll see.
Yeah, that would be preferable.
We saw Crushy get relatively low. Just that Pendragon was unable to finish him. Do you think Pendragon has to change some of his skills around, change one of his meditations to do a little bit more damage?
Alright. You guys both ready? Okay, so we're both not using elites. We're gonna start in 15 seconds.